when a person does rigorous exercises, he sweats a lot. So where does this sweat secretion come from? It cannot be the topmost part of the layer skin because it is made up of dead cells. So dead cells cannot be secreting anything. So what is the layer in the skin that helps in this secretion of sweat? Well, let us see. Well, if you see the skin surface, you'll see a lot of pores on the skin. And a lot of pores have hair coming out from it. And the sweat comes out through these pores that have hair. Now, if we enter into the skin through the pores, we'll see that the hair originates from this bag-like structure, which is known as the hair follicle. Now, the hair follicle is not present in the epidermis, but it is present in another layer of the skin. Now, this layer is also characterized by blood vessels. See, these are the blood vessels that are present in this layer. Now, since they have blood vessels, it means that this layer is made up of living cells, because blood vessels carry food to this part and the cells utilize this food to perform different functions. So this layer is living and it has blood supply as well. Now you have the touch sensation because of the nerve connections present in this layer. See, the topmost epidermis does not have any nerve connections, but this layer has nerve connections present. See, these are the nerve connections. Now, this curved base, where the blood vessels move up to, is known as the dermal papilla. So, dermal papilla is this curved part where the blood vessels go up to. Now, living cells will require to excrete. So, these living cells in this layer excrete their waste products by the sweat glands. See, this is the sweat gland. Now, the sweat gland releases its content into the hair follicle. So, sweat comes out of the pores which have hair in them. See, this is the pore and a hair is coming out of it, and sweat is secreted through this pore because the sweat glands release their excretory content into the hair follicle. So, what about these hairless pores? Well, these hairless pores are present to secrete oil. Now, our skin becomes very dry during winter. Why is that? Well, we'll find out. In normal conditions, there is oil secretion on our skin, and that keeps the skin moist. But during the winter, what happens is these oil, they get frozen in the pores. And since the oil freezes, it is not secreted on the skin layer, and hence our skin becomes very dry. Now also notice another thing, that is, these ducts open into the pores which do not have any hair. So the oil secretion takes place on the pores which do not have any hair. Now because oil remains stuck over here and does not come out on the surface of the skin, it causes an infection in the form of pimples that we generally get during the winters. So this gland that secretes this oily substance is known as the sebaceous gland, and the sebaceous gland secretes this oily substance which is known as the sebum. The hairless spores like these, they secrete sebum from the sebaceous gland, thus keeping the skin moist. So there are two types of glands in this layer: sweat gland, which excretes the wastages, and sebaceous glands, which secrete the sebum, thus keeping the skin moist and supple. Now, when we are young, our skin is soft and toned, unlike the skin in old age, which becomes wrinkled. Now, along with wrinkles, the skin also loses elasticity, which is present when we are young. See, the skin is elastic. Well, the reason for this elasticity is these proteinaceous fibers present in this layer. These proteinaceous elastic fibers are known as elastin, and this elastin provides elasticity to the skin. Now with age, with progressive aging, what happens is this elastin starts degenerating. So with increased age, there is increase in the degeneration of elastin, thus the elasticity of the skin decreases, causing wrinkles in old age. Now, did you know that mammary glands are converted sweat glands? So just like sweat glands excrete sweat, mammary glands secrete milk. So this layer of the skin that is characterized by the nerve supply, the blood vessels, and these glands, the sebaceous gland and the sweat gland, forms the living layer of the skin and is known as the dermis. So the skin has two parts, the upper epidermis and this layer which is known as the dermis.